guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be jumping back on our 2011 RZR 900 build. As you guys can see right here, that pulley did come in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to get this thing and pull that pulley off. So that way we can go ahead and pull this motor.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alrighty guys, so as you guys saw, we pulled both those pulleys off. This one actually, we just pulled the bolts out and we're able to pull it off by hand. So now we're ready to go ahead and remove these bolts and see if we can go ahead and get this motor going. So as you guys can tell, we did get the motor out of the RZR, and it is right here sitting on the workbench. So what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to go ahead and remove all these hoses and all this other stuff before we start tearing down the motor. So here we go.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them. To see the horizon turn us to thousands.
Alrighty guys, so as you guys did see, we did pull off the valve cover and the alternator cover, and when we pulled off the alternator cover, there was a lot of metal residue that came off with it. So what we have to do now is we have to pull the whole internal of the head apart to be able to pull this head off, so that way we can jump further into the motor and find out what's going on with our motor. So as you guys saw, we did take off the head, and the head itself looks pretty decent. Come right over here and take a look at the pistons. They look pretty decent as well. They just have a lot of carbon buildup. So right now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and pull off this. So to do that, we just pull out this bolt and go from there. Alrighty guys, so we moved the motor to the ground because every time we'd rotate it, we kept spilling oil. So now the motor is down here on the ground, and we're gonna go ahead and he's gonna take off that oil pan. guys, so as you guys did see, there was tons of metal in the oil pan and on the oil screens. So right there, we kind of hit a standstill because we had to order a pulley to go ahead and pull this off, so that way we could go ahead and further tear down the motor, because once we pull that off, then it splits the block. So while we're waiting for that to come in, that should be in the next couple days. Alrighty guys, so it's the next day here, and we got that pulley in, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna thread this onto here, pull this out, and see what's causing all the metal shavings in that oil pan. Alrighty guys, so as you guys can tell, we did bring the motor to the ground to get this pulley off because we couldn't get enough leverage with it up on the table. So we put our cheater bar on top of our breaker bar to be able to use this pulley to be able to break it loose and get this thing off. So now let's go ahead, we're going to throw this motor back up on the table and keep digging into it more.
As you saw, we got the crankcase apart. So these bearings are looking really bad. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the rod caps here and see what these rod bearings look like. Alright guys, so we just pulled the caps off the pistons, and as you can see, this one actually has no bearing at all. The bearing is completely gone. So we're going to go ahead and pull these pistons that just came out. So this one still has the bearing, but it's pretty, obviously that is shot. This one, wow, look at that. Dang, dude, look at the bearing.
That's crazy. Someone really was ripping it.
That's insane. Wow. Well, that's too bad. So now we're going to pull the crank, see what the main bearings look like on the other side. Let's get those here.
Did see, we did get this motor completely torn apart. We're gonna have a third person come in and check out this lower crankcase because we did find something that may look like a crack, but we want to get another opinion on it. I don't think it's anything really to be worried about, but everything else checked out and looked good. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this up, go inside and order some parts like the new crank and a rod cap for this motor, along with the gaskets and stuff like that. So right now we're gonna go ahead and clean this up and jump inside. guys, so we got our parts list right here for some of the parts we're gonna need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and jump online, start ordering the parts. So the website we're using to order all the parts is Polaris Parts House, and that's because they seem that they have most of the parts we're gonna need. So we went ahead and we started adding some to the cart, and once we get them all added to the cart, we'll show you what's in there and go from there. Alrighty guys, so that's where we're gonna wrap up this video. So we just ordered all those parts. Those should be in the next couple of days. But stay tuned, because as you can see, we got a big mess on our hands, and hopefully we can get this thing back together and be able to go rip this thing. But be sure, if you like this video, to hit that thumbs up button and please subscribe.
Peace.
Peace.